I must be perfectly honest about being a father. Being a father in rock and roll ain't a very good combination because I'm away a lot. And I get really lonesome, I overcompensate when I come back by buying them lots of things that I feel that I should have been there. It's a guilt complex that I carry around with me because I feel guilty that I can't be there every day for them. I sometimes often wish there was two Ozzy Osbournes, one that could stay at home with the kids and the wife and one that could be on the road, you know.
What about your son Griffin and his band? Does that make you really proud to see him doing his thing?
If you ever want to see me cheese out like crazy, just look side of the stage at a Vended show that I'm at, and you will see me losing my mind. I am the worst metal dad on the planet. I love the fact that he gravitated towards it on his own terms.
Yeah.
He gravitated towards music with people that he grew up with. There's a part of me that is bummed out because I know a little bit of that is because I wasn't always there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes being on the road, as long as I was, you know, we missed each other, man. I mean, we took advantage of every second that we could together, but I wasn't there a lot, you know, if I was working. So I know part of that fire comes from that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that now, I mean, we're tighter than ever.
What's it like being dad?
Well, it's a bit wet.
His nipples are really sore.
Our eyes are really open. It's wonderful. It's great.
Any special adjustments that you've had to make?
No, I haven't had to really change her diapers yet. We have a nanny to do that. I'm just teaching her how to cuss and flip people off.
She's almost got it. She's just got to put all the other fingers down.
She's beautiful and lovely and loving and great, and she likes my boyfriend, which is great. And she's just a darling.
There's that beautiful picture of her by her Ritz in that.
Yeah, when she's little, I have it in my house.
I know, it's
yeah.
so beautiful.
And I remember being so mad at her for putting it in the magazine, and it was supposed to be private, and I think it was for the best, so people could see what a beautiful person. And she had 10 fingers, and 10 toes.
And she's
Well, we all remember.
Right, yeah.
Right. We're going to go to the St. Laurent show at the Palladium. She was like, Mother, would you, sometimes she calls me Joan, sometimes she calls me Mother, sometimes when she's really mad, she calls me Courtney. And sometimes she calls me Mommy. So she was like, would you not hold my hand in public? And I'm like, what are you talking? You're like my little girl. She's like, I'm 23. So, I mean, I in front of photographers, don't hold my hand. And so I understand that. I don't understand it, but I understand the where she's coming from.
And are you ready to be a grandmother?
No! Not at all!
Jaw just dropped across the way.
What kind of father are you? Are you the disciplinary? Are you the tough guy? Are you the...
I'm just hang out with my dudes and try to steer them in the right way. I don't know what to call me. I mean, I'm just really involved with them. When I'm home, it's just me. I take over. And then when I go on the road, my wife, it's mommy time, so that's how we do that. It's just, I don't know, they're my everything. I love hanging out with them. I include them in everything I do. I take them on the road with me every summer. And I have them stay with me in my studio, and we just shoot hoops in the studio and listen to music. And my oldest is DJing, but Pirate now wants to start doing beats. He wants to be a SoundCloud rapper, he says. So his brother's going to start making beats for him, and then we're going to start letting him start to try to rap. He's going to be 13, so we're going to do those sessions. And it's a family thing for me to get them in there and just have fun with music. I just like to pass that on to them. I'm just a hands-on dad, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I just love those little shits. That's it.
So when I turned 50, there was a strange split in the road, thinking, I'm this rocker dude who's gonna go out blazing. You know, I'm an artist. I'm a struggling artist. I need to struggle. Maybe I have to fall farther. Maybe the elevator needs to go further down. I need to do some more research. I need to show my fans that I really care about them more than anything else. And forgot about the other split, my family. And that's unconditional love. Just because my family kind of disintegrated as a kid doesn't mean my parents didn't have unconditional love for me. I know there are parents out there that struggle with loving their kids or not knowing how to love their kids. You know, God, being a parent is so hard, and I'll either smother that kid with control, or I'll just go like this. And whatever you do, I don't want to know about it. Being in the middle is so hard in the very middle. Showing that you care and being hated as a parent. You know, if you're doing a good job, you're hated.
Can you be a rock star and a good family man and a good father?
It's extremely difficult. I mean, it's very hard to be a good father. It doesn't matter what your profession. I mean, I think it's very hard to be good parents, you know. So it's a lot of work, you need a lot of time. And, you know, I see my children on the road, but they behave so badly because they have everything open, and I see their behavior and I think, oh, they're just behaving like me. God, they better be, you know, I mean, they can calm down, but it's very difficult for them to go on the road, you know. They come in the holidays on the road, it's like, they will never go to bed, you know, they will never want to get up. They never want to do anything much.
They get the rock and roll.
Yeah, they get into this rock and roll routine, you know, and I think, oh my God, 6 and you're already doing it? No, maybe you should go home.
But the thing that keeps getting written is that I gave up my daughter in order to further my career. This is just not so. What was done at that time was you didn't even see the daughter. You didn't have the right thing to do to protect your parents was to get out of town, go into a home. Well, in '65, the homes were full. So many girls got cut out because everything was changing. Movies were getting sexier. It was very confusing to be a young woman there. What's right? You know, everything was changing. And the pill was not available. So there were a lot of unwed children born in 1965, more than could be adopted, and all the homes were full, you know. So it was very difficult to survive. I mean, at the time I had her, I was destitute, you know, and there was no way I could take her out of the hospital into a blizzard with no job, no roof over my head. There was no way I could take her. And there weren't even foster homes available at that time because there was such a glut of unwed children.
Has having a kid affected your outlook at all? Towards life or anything like that? Has it kind of changed your attitudes?
It's just I've been blessed with that, boy.
Yeah.
He's such a great kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful thing. A gift from God. Definitely a gift from God. But, no, it hasn't changed the way I write or anything, no.
Right.
You know?
Well, how is Wolfgang coming along, though? I mean, is he kind of like, is he walking and talking and stuff now?
Oh, sure. He's 3.5.
Oh, 3.5. Wow, I didn't know.
He's a big boy.
Yeah, wow, I guess so. So he's really full of energy then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He wears me out, man, in half an hour. He just won't leave me alone.
Yeah.
Every morning, Daddy, play with me, okay?
Yeah.
Every fucking morning, 7 o'clock.
Has he shown any interest in music yet?
Oh, he loves music. Hey, one thing I'm really happy about, he's got rhythm.
Yeah,
He's got good rhythm.
Great.
You know, we were in there playing the other day, and he's just popping along, and you know, have drumstick in his hand.
Right.
You know, tapping along. He's got great rhythm.
Your kids are older. Do they like Bruce Springsteen music?
At first, they didn't know any Bruce Springsteen music for a very, very, very long time.
How do you keep it from him?
Strangers would come up to us, and I used to always have this thing I'd tell them. I'd say, look, my job, I'm Barney for adults, all right? And that's why people keep coming up to us. And then eventually, one of my children came home from like kindergarten and said, Dad, what is 10th Avenue Freeze Out? And I said, well, it's a song that Dad wrote. He said, play it for me. Got my guitar, and I started, 10th Avenue, play it for real, right? Okay. And I played him the song, and he said he got it. And then totally ignored that part of my life for most of the rest of my life. To this day, you know, they get a kick out of it sometimes, but for the most part, there is, I always say, no child wants to see 50,000 people cheer their parents. You may want to see 50,000 people boo your parents. I mean, that would be fun. That would be interesting.